What up? So, I figured since we're going to call it the first one. If you pay attention to my upload history, it's obviously not, but sort of doing a new thing now, so we're going to call this the first video. I figured I might as well introduce myself, and what better way to do that than to start with a little bit of Q&A. Since I have roughly no followers, we're going to go ahead and just pick a quiz from Tumblr. As this goes forward, Q&A day is going to be a little bit more interactive. There's a cat crying outside my door, not the one that just jumped off my bed. But as I move forward, I'm going to start posting some quizzes, and you guys can let me know what you want to know. Just a little more about me, my life, what's going on. Obviously, in the beginning, no one's going to care, but we're kind of hoping that will change someday. You should know I'm hilarious, so, or at least I think I am. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so, some basics. What's my name? If you haven't figured out now by all the things I have attached myself to, the name's Lorelai. Birthday, October 11th, which is coming up. I'm going to be in Disney World with my sister. Pretty excited. We go to Disney all the time. We used to work there, so, you know, mouse owns my soul. What can I do? Star sign, Libra. Favorite color? Oh, it kind of depends on what we're talking about. You can kind of tell from my bedspread. I have a thing for gray, which, okay, it's gray, white, and yellow, but as the seasons change, my bedspread will change, and the common theme is gray. Gray is one of my favorite. With clothing, I tend to wear a lot of black with an accent color. Usually a bright popping color, which is typically going to be in pink, blue, or purple. When it comes to objects, I suppose, I'm a huge fan of orange, pink, and green, which I have roughly no proof of. One of my cats is orange, if that counts. The other two are black and not in the room. What time is it? Why that matters, I don't know. But it's 12:30, noon 30 if you will, which you won't, okay. Average hours of sleep. I normally get about 8 hours. Last thing I Googled, how to determine the number of pixels in Excel. In terms of cell width and height, I was unaware of where the pixel count was. Once I figured out it, I felt really stupid. Number of blankets I assume that I sleep with. It varies. Obviously in the summer it's typically less, but it varies from about 2 to 4. I love being cocooned, so that's my t-shirt quilt. It's very heavy, and I normally put that on top of that comforter, quilt, whatever that is, plus I have a sheet. And in the winter I normally have like 2 comforters and that blanket and maybe an electric blanket plus a radiator heater. I like being warm. Favorite fictional character? I struggled with that one. I have a lot of favorite fictional characters. I feel like right now Atticus is a huge debatable character, which I could get into a whole thing about that without even having read Go Set a Watchman, so we're not going to get into that, but he's definitely up there on my list. Same with Scout. Actually named one of my cats after Scout, who then she changed her name to Nugget because she's just a nugget. I wanted to name her Scout and she just wouldn't have it. But I settled on Ponyboy from S.E. Hinton's The Outsiders. That book has stuck with me since I was about 12 when I started it. And quite frankly, I think my future children are lucky they won't be named Ponyboy. Favorite famous person? Anyone who has spent any amount of time with me knows it's Lana Parrilla. I have the biggest crush on that woman. I think she is gorgeous. I think she's insanely talented. She's beautiful. She's hysterical. She is everything I aspire to be in life, and I just adore her. Closely followed. Next closest would be Felicity Huffman. Again, beautiful woman. I think her line of work, really? No. I think her work, her history is just, it's fantastic. One of the things that really stuck out with me was her performance of Transamerica, I believe it's called, where she plays a transgender woman. I really should know this, and I feel embarrassed that I don't, but I really forget the correct way to label that. She was playing a man who was undergoing surgery to become a woman, and I want to say it's a transgender woman, and I'm sorry if I get that wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Favorite book? The Outsiders. I read that book almost every year. I used to read at Christmas time, not entirely sure why, it's not Christmassy. Something about it, I just love it. It's one that I've actually purchased a couple of times because I wanted a specific copy. Closely followed, of course, by To Kill a Mockingbird. But I read a lot, so everything is my favorite book whenever I'm reading it. Favorite band? If you mean music in general, I could probably pick out a couple. Specifically band, I'm not really sure. 45 Spacer is getting up there. They don't have, I don't even think, a full CD yet, but I have purchased everything that they have uploaded to iTunes, and I adore them. But my favorite musician in general, right now anyway, is Mika. Obsessed. You should definitely check him out. Last movie I saw. Ooh. I really wish it was something cooler. I debated lying about it. The last movie I saw was the Minion movie. And while I'm not normally ashamed of watching children's movies, that one did not do it for me, so I'm not super proud of that. Considering how many movies that are out right now that I want to see, not super thrilled that Minion was my last. But I saw it. I mean, it's good for kids. I think kids will enjoy it. I just did not like it for me. Dream trip. Having now spent a week in Europe, specifically London and Paris, I really, really would love to just have essentially unlimited time and unlimited funds and just see everything that I want to see. A lot of what I want to see is in Europe. I want to spend more time in London. I want to see more of England and the UK in general, Ireland, Greece, Italy, Spain, France, Germany. And my dream job. I'm actually going to school right now for computer programming. I think, until I take the classes, so I'm not 100% sure, but I do think that I want to get into app development. I want to work for a company that does things like Candy Crush, and I've got a couple app ideas, nothing like Candy Crush, unfortunately, but I want something essentially addictive and fun and bright and things that people want to play and want to use and just are fun. And some of my ideas are not necessarily fun so much as practical or potentially practical, but I have to sort of get into those classes to find out if that's something that I like. But from what I know about programming, I definitely like it, definitely enjoy it. All right, so that is about 10 minutes of me talking about myself, so hopefully you continue to watch my videos because I'm hilariously awesome, or I'm a train wreck that you just can't turn away from. Yay! Alright, well, I will see you guys next time.